Hello, hi, it's Liz here, back today to make another entry in the nature journal. We have completed 2 entries so far, and this one all about the daisies in the garden, and this one here about the ladybirds. Nice photograph of a ladybird, and it has a little flip out. Just take that off just now in case you haven't seen this. This just flips out, and I drew the ladybird. I have gone over him properly. He whispered to me that he wasn't happy being a light shade of red and more or less pink, and all the other ladybirds were laughing at him, and so I went over him with a nice shade of red and made the black a little bit bolder as well, and I think he does look the better for it, and he's happy now. So, and I stitched round the edge, and I stitched round the edge of the page from the ladybird book with the little ladybirds, and I added a little red spotty tab there. So yeah, happy with that, and he's happy. So today we are going to do, I'll show you today's photograph, clouds. And I have been a bit fancy, and my little mini printer now does these collage where you can get 3 photographs in the one. So I've got 3 different types of clouds that we spotted over the last week or so, and yeah, I'm really happy with how they've turned out. So let's find a page. I had a page sort of picked out, a kind of grey looking plain paper. There it's there. So this one is in the second signature in the book. This is a traveller's notebook style where you can pull the pages out. They're just in with elastic. There's a video showing me how I put the pages in. So it's just elastic. This was a pre-made cover that I had in my stash, and I've just decided to start using it. So I think today we're going to use this, just a 1 page today. The other 2 entries have been double pages, and I thought today we would just concentrate on the 1 page with our clouds. And that's a kind of grey, cloudy type. On a grey day, maybe the clouds look like that one there. It was threatening rain that day. We were sitting outside at a cafe, and I said to my hubby, I says, look at the clouds, that they were that kind of rolled way, and he took a picture. And then this was a sunny day, the sun was out that day, and then this was just one where there was just this one fluffy cloud in the sky between the trees, and I thought that was just really nice, that picture. So that's what we're going to use. I've got a little bundle of bits. I hunted my stash. What is it they say? I shopped my stash. And let me just check that you're in the middle. I think I was a wee bit high there. I'll take you down a bit. So I've got 2 little blue and white washes. I've got a little tab that I found, which is a kind of bluey grey colour. And then I've got some cloud paper and a cloud project life card. Yeah, and I've stamped this out, cloud spotting, just as my heading for the page. And I've actually stamped the 3 main types of cloud, just as a little bit of writing, journaling and information for the page. So cumulus, these are big fluffy cotton-like clouds, often signalling fair weather. A stratus, these low grey clouds form a blanket across the sky and can bring drizzle or rain. And a cirrus, or cirrus, no, it'll be cirrus, thin and wispy, cirrus clouds float high in the sky and often mean a change in the weather is coming. Isn't Google a wonderful thing? So I've written them out, and I was thinking that would be a kind of flip once we've decorated the page. And I've also jotted down this little saying that I found: clouds are the sky's doodles. And I don't know if we'll maybe incorporate that somewhere. I've got my stamp sets here that I've been using. The alphabet stamps for the bigger writing and these little ones for the small writing. So we've got them. I've also got a bundle of blue, white, grey trims that might come in to play at some point. So I've got them, and I've also got this large sticker sheet, which is basic grey. Now, 2013, so what does that make it? That makes it 12 years old. My goodness. And I don't know why, but I've got a bundle of these, all exactly the same. I don't know if I got them in a sale or they were just selling them cheap and I decided to buy a bundle. But I've got about 10 sheets of these. This one isn't completely intact. I think it might be the only one that's intact because the clouds have been used. Clouds must have been popular over the years with me. The clouds have been used on the other sheets. So I found a sheet because I knew that I had cloud stickers and I found them. So we'll use these two cloud stickers somewhere. But isn't that a great sheet? But I doubt very much if this is still available. What is it they say? Keep things for 7 years. Well, keep things for 13 years. So let's see what we can do. I was thinking we would just kind of mosaic up this just as a proper cloud background and just put a piece of that there and the other piece there, just straight on, and then we'll do some bits on top. So that's the plan. Let's just get some paper here. So I've been really enjoying this little journal, and I think you have too. It gets quite a good response, which is good. To be honest, I think people like to see journals in action, if you know what I mean. Like I'm in quite a lot of the Facebook groups, and I see people asking quite a lot. Just leave a little border there. Yeah, they look lovely, but what do you actually do with them? Well, you know, some you're just having a play. You're just filling the pages with collages or mixed media, or you know, whatever. You're really just making a decorative journal, if you know what I mean. So, and then other ones are actual journals. So, and really and I often see the answer, anything goes, and that's true. It does. Anything goes. Over the years, I have made a complete variety. So we'll need to take a wee smidgen off the bottom of that one. Yeah. But it is nice to have one where you've made it and you are actually using it for a purpose. Although, as we said, there are no rules and it's properly anything goes. So yeah, that's fine. So we're just covering the back of the cloud page. There's a big dot there. Big dot of glue. Sometimes I use words and I don't know if they are... Oh, I think it's time we got some more old pages. Yeah, words are funny, aren't they? I don't know if they are Scottish words or British words or just words that everybody knows anyway. But I don't know if Dodd is... Now I've got the thread all... Oh, come on, off. I've got gluey fingers because I'm reaching for my little rubber. Look at this little dish here. There, it's at the bottom there. No wonder I've got thread. Oh, and I've got my wee packet of fizzers. You get a little packet of sweets free with when you order something from that craft shop. The one I got, the art journaling book, Art from the Heart. Just want to take my wee pencil mark off there. Okay, so we've got our nice cloudy background. Let's build up what we might do. So I want to attach this with washi so that I can see my little facts that I've written out on the back. So that'll be going there, but we still want to do more to this. And we might want to do more to this background as well once we've got that done. And I want my photograph to be kind of there today. So if we move that up a bit, and I want my photograph there, and I've got my little tab for there so that we can lift it up. Now, if I put my photograph there and we lift that up, you're going to see... Now, you might not mind seeing the back of the photograph, but I was thinking I would maybe back it so that, yeah, I think so. So let's just trim this down. To there and about there. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. I've had my tea and toast this morning, but it's going on nearly lunchtime. And it's letting me know that, yeah, that's fine. But maybe it needs something. Here's a dry bit. No wonder my fingers get all gluey. Just put the lid on that there and make sure we've got this clouds the right way up. Yep. I'll just put that on the back. There. Good. So we've backed that. Let me just get make sure it's well stuck. Right, so we're good to go here. And when we lift that up, now all we see is the little clouds, which is quite cute. So we want that to be about there, but I want my cloud stickers. Let's get these off. And we don't want any of the raindrops, that's for sure. Now, if we're putting that there and putting that there, we maybe want, now do we want them overlapped? Or I could put the little one down there and the big one up there. And just nudge that over a little bit. Yeah, we'll put the little one there. And the big one here. There. And we'll put our picture there. But isn't it cool that it'll give you 3 pictures? It's an app you get on your phone. And it's really easy with the little printer. It's a little Instax printer. Right, I think I'm good to go there. Now let's see. Do we want something just to make it a little bit fancy? I think maybe I do want something. Alright, I've got. Right, I think we'll go with that rick-rack. I think we'll put a little bit there. Oops. Right, let's get the 3 in. Ooh. This will take a wee minute to come down. The tubes, let's measure this out to about there. Right, that's it there. A bit along the bottom and a bit along the bottom there. Okay. Oh, that's quite cute, isn't it? Do you think it just takes away from the fact that you've just kind of stuck a sticker on the page? That makes it a little bit more junky, journally, doesn't it? That's cute. I don't know where I'm going to put my little clouds or the skies doodles. We'll find a spot for that. Right, and then we can put that there. Now I'll need to watch that I don't cover up my writing. Now, do we want to maybe stamp lift on that so that you know you've to lift it up? That might be an idea. Okay, let's do that. So just a quick lift. Not entirely straight, but that doesn't matter. I think that adds to the charm, doesn't it? Right, so we want to put this just on the edge there. I'm doing it on this side so that I'm not going over my writing. Now, do I want that little bit of over the top there? Perfect. Good. And we've got this to attach here. I'm wondering if we should take it to the machine and stitch round there before I put the photograph on, otherwise I'd be stitching through. So I think we will take that to the machine before we put the photograph on. Let's think about what else we're going to do with this. Do we want a tab on it? Or do we want a trim right down the side of the page, because this magically opens up? I think this is, what's this, bias binding, I think this is. So we can tuck that right in there. That looks, yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So we can do that, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's nice. I still think I want my clouds are the skies doodles somewhere. We'll maybe stamp it out here. Maybe do that. Okay, let's get this on here. So I need a piece to there. It's very scientific how I measure that, isn't it? Yep. Okay, here it's here. Oh. Let's get this going. Takes a wee minute to get to the spout. Right, I'll just do one side first. Oh, there's the door. Okay, I'm back. It was just hubby back from the butcher's buying some sausages. For tea tonight, we're going to have some stewed sausage. Okay, so I got that stuck down because that was what we were in the middle of doing. And while I was off camera, I just decided to stitch round the edge there. So yeah, happy with that. And that will get its little photograph on when the time comes. So I was thinking about this clouds are the skies doodles, and I thought, well, this is still quite plain. I thought it could just go down in behind here. So I'm going to stamp it out on some old book page using my old typewriter alphabet stamp. Yeah, so let's just move the whole book to the side so that we've got a nice flat surface to stamp on. And I'm just going to do all lowercase. If I can get my C out. So C. This is one of my favourite things to do, is stamp on old book page. I think it gives it a nice look. Right, I'm not going to let you have to watch me doing this whole little saying. You get the gist. I will be back when it's done. Okay, I've stamped them out and we're just going to trim them off just in a kind of rough separate way. Because I want just each word. Oh, maybe we'll keep clouds together. And then I've got that over here. And skies, doodles. That just adds a little bit of whimsy, doesn't it, to the page? Yeah. Just straighten this one up just ever so slightly. There we are. Right. Now, do we want they are separate? Given that we've done everything else separate, we're going to separate that. Clouds are the sky's doodles, and that will be in behind there. Or do we want it peeking out? Do we want it peeking out? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I think we'll keep it hidden. Does that agree? Are we agreed? Probably not. And these don't need to be straight. In fact, they will just go on wherever they land. I'm not going to straighten them up if they don't go on straight, because it's just kind of, I don't know, just kind of not a place that needs to be straight. Some places need to be straight and some don't. And at this point for this, I don't know what the rule is, what makes some things need to be straight and some things not, but you can just tell. It's just the way of it. There we are. Okay. Now, what do we need to do? Oh, we need to attach this to this and then that to that. So that's going here. About there. So we're going to use double-sided tape for that. Excuse my reach. There's wee bits of thread attached to everything. And then it attaches to my fingers and won't come off. Right, so let's just do a little bit down there. And a little bit across the top, and then maybe just a bit over there, like that. And I'll need my pokey wokey tool, which is the best tool that you could ever buy. Well, in my opinion, it's just like the best thing. Okay, so we are going about here. Right, good. And then we are going to attach this to this with one of these. Now I know this isn't clouds, but it's blue and grey. It's little flowers, but it just sort of looks cloudy. I like this one. So we'll just give it a little hinge. And we'll just use, just want that over there. And then we'll do the inside. Oh, I do like how this has come on. I feel as if there's something missing here. What have we got that we could put there? Maybe another bit of the ric-rac, and that would pull what's on the little journaling card through to the back. Maybe just a little bit there. Yeah. Where are the scissors? Yeah, they're here. I'll need to be going to the little haberdashery shop. We've got a local one for more ric-rac because, I don't know, I do really like little bits of ric-rac, and that's could be tucked under a little bit, I think. Yeah. Okay, we need this. Well, I think that's us. Once this is down, we will be done. I think I'll need to get, and it's not really all that near the bottom finished, the glue. It just seems to take a while to reach. I'm about there. I shouldn't really take, I should leave it upside down. Maybe maybe that would be, let's just fluff up the end of that bit. why not? And then that can just carefully ease up that a little bit. I do wonder if these are a little bit bare. I wasn't going to use the raindrops, but I guess raindrops come from clouds sometimes. I wonder if the little... We can always stick them back on. Let's see. They actually peel on and off quite easily. I do think that adds. Let's put, I've got two more. Would two just look odd down there? Or should we just put the other two here? And we'll have a raindrop sky and a non-raindrop sky there. I'm not sure actually. But they do peel off quite easily if I change my mind. But they sort of match the clouds here, don't they? Well, that's my cloud page in my nature journal, and I am happy with that. I've got my little photograph. I've got my heading. We've got a little tab there. I've got my information, my little fun facts about the three main types of clouds, a little saying, and a little collage with some raindrops. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.